So good evening all of you. The purpose of this video is that prelims exams are over and those students who are expecting to write mains, they are facing through certain confusions, how to start, from where to start, what to do and how to utilize this time in a most effective manner. So with this purpose, I would like to share my approach how to utilize the time and how to prepare yourself for mains. See, in the mains examination, the most important role is the answer writing, because examiner is knowing you through the answer which you are writing. And in civil services examination, the biggest hurdle in mains. As you know, prelims is a screening test. The objective is to test the seriousness of the students, but the real test is mains. Mains syllabus is also very vast, and the mains question, the single mains question, test so many abilities, so many faculties of the candidate. You are supposed to know the basics. You have to understand basics and the current. You have to show your ability to relate, logically analyze things, and not only logically analyze, you have to put it on the paper in a systematic manner, and not just in a systematic manner, in the manner that can help you in getting more marks than the other. Still at the level of mains preparation, number of students lack clarity. They may be running after notes, they may be running after correction of new material. My suggestion is don't do this. This is a time for consolidation. This is the time when you give maximum time to yourself and plan a strategy that suits to you. To begin with, I will suggest that give 1 or 2 days, again have a look at the syllabus, find out how are you going to manage, what are your strong areas, what are your weak areas. Now think again and get the new perspective how to manage the exam, and again go through the previous year questions, analyze, find out the trend, so that our preparation can come near match to the expectations of UPSC. And never forget that in this exam, this is not university exam, and it is not only your own evaluation. Though we always say it is our competition with ourselves, but that time is over. Now it is your competition with others, where you should have that instinct, the instinct, I will say, the killing instinct. Without that instinct, you will not be able to do and optimally utilize what is inside you. Now, through the interaction with many of the selected students, we have come to this conclusion that answer writing will play critical role, and how much practice you do. And the second thing, in comparison to others, what extra you can write. So we talked to some of the students, for example, Trupti, who got 16th rank this year. She told that she was writing one test every day from the date she cleared, or from the date she attempted the prelims exam till mains. See the amount of writing and the hard work she has done, which has got translated into the good marks, extraordinary marks. Another thing has been the new, like you have to continuously remain updated with the current developments. This is the time like you have to focus on your optional, your general studies and your essay paper. So as far as the students of political science optional is concerned, you have my notes. Try to give first 10 days to political science. It can be done. Political science can be prepared to a significant extent in 10 days if you had attended my class or you have my notes. Make a keynote from the entire note. There are 5-6 registers, but it can be compressed only in the 50 to 100 pages max. Now, how to make notes? How to make keynotes? See, there are some topics like thinkers. You cannot make a keynote because that is very understanding based. But for thinkers, you can prepare yourself by having some ready-made introductions and conclusions. Like you can collect a note on mill. Any mill's question, but you can always write a quote. If anybody is a liberal, it is mill. So that at least 1 or 2 effective line of introduction is already prepared, and for the time when you are thinking of framing of answer, you are already started writing on the paper. Theory part, you can easily make keynotes. Suppose democracy. Democracy as a concept you understand, but how many theories, Macpherson, what all classification, who are the scholars, what are the keywords, what are the important books, what are the important comments that will add value to your notes. Only this much you write, keep concept in your mind and revise these factual elements, and it is very important to put these factual elements in the paper. Political science will give you marks only when you will adopt the language of political science. Now, what is the language of political science? In political science, there are certain key terms that should be reflected in your answer. For example, if you are writing India-US relations, there are key terms. For example, from estranged democracies to engaged democracies. To show that, sorry, that you understand, you should have that cleverness to know what are the key words which will make the impact. Fine? Excuse me. So, the entire political theory section, convert it into keynotes. You can use different color pens, key terms, different pen, thinkers, different pen, books, different pen, and whatever section you want to revise, you can have a look. After you have prepared the keynotes, you can have some revision time, 1 hour, 2 hours. Before the test, follow the test schedule. Before the test, revise those keynotes and appear in the test. For the first test, those who are first timers, you will feel that you are not getting confidence. Don't worry, don't miss the test. After test, In the crash course, we will discuss the question paper. We will also discuss other similar questions so that you understand the structuring of the answers. This is the exercise that you will have to do, and I will suggest at least 5 to 6 questions per day should be your target for next 1 month. After that, you increase the number of questions. You can choose question in the morning. Related to the question, go through the notes, see what basic information you will be requiring for these notes. Make a keynote. You can have an open book exam. Learn how to write. Practice, practice, practice will make you perfect. This is the time you have been waiting for. This is the time, utilize it, maximize it, make extra effort, and be sure that you are getting an interview call. Similarly, in Indian section paper, there are patterned questions. Secularism, communalism, role of caste, make the keynotes. Almost everything you should have your introduction ready. Now, when it comes to international relations, students are confused between crash course and basic notes. See, basic notes are fundamental, you cannot ignore. In the crash course, I will take care of the current developments and how to handle it. So don't worry. And as you know, we always provide a material in international relations before exams. So don't have this feeling, relative deprivation, that I do not have a material. Fine? See, international relations, it is very easy. Suppose India and US relations, have some introduction ready. It will be very useful for, let's say, India and Iran if you start your answer with a quote, let's say, from Prime Minister Modi's visit. This is how he explains. Every bilateral relation, in conclusion, one part has to be given a way forward. Why not prepare it in advance? Whichever question, put that way forward. Suppose India-Nepal relations. There are different thinkers. Prepare it in advance. Now there is a lot of confusion among the scholars with respect to, among the students with respect to the thinkers, how many thinkers I have to quote. See, thinker is not the main thing, analyst is not the main thing. In your answer, how much you have understood is the main, that should dominate. Scholars are there to authenticate your point of view. Some students say, I have written 20 scholars, I am not getting marks. Actually, you will not get marks and you should not get marks. If you will not show the understanding of India-Iran relations and just this person said this, examiner will ask what you are saying. You should also be making it clear. So don't feel that and don't get terrorized with the amount of scholars. Whichever thinker, scholar matches to your point of view, use it to authenticate it. Try to see how you can have an innovative touch to your answers. You can try with the maps, you can have data, at least data, be ready with the data. Data is very important. India-US relation, what trade, how the trend is, India-China relations. Fine, so do some exercise, give 10 days, do some homework in political science. Now, only optional is not going to help you. You will also have to prepare for general studies. For general studies also, we are conducting the General Studies Test Series program. Now, what is the uniqueness of our program? What are we going to do in the General Studies program? That my colleague Vivek Singh will be telling to you in detail the schedule. But before that, I will like to make it a point that like political science, in GS also you have to put lot of practice. Now, what is the unique aspect, what we are focusing on in our general studies? We realize that is at this point of time, students are not that much interested in doing classes. But what a student need, you have written an answer, there is somebody who you can trust and who can cross-examine your answer and can suggest how you can improve your marks. Hence, the focus of our general studies program is mentorship. Fine. And who are the mentors here? Here, the accomplished teachers, they themselves will playing the role of mentor. So we will be giving the questions, we will be discussing the questions and answers, and you will be given a time where you fix a time with the teacher, you sit with your copies, you understand what else can be done. Along with that, we are not making any formal promise that we will be giving this, that notes, but we would like to arrange the value added material that will help you in your exam. So, general studies, I will suggest that every day you make a plan, 5-6 questions of general studies, 5-6 questions of political science. In a week or after 10 days, write one essay. Get it checked, sit with the sirs, sit with the teachers here. For economy, Vivek Singh sir is there. For geography, Rishikesh. For history, Jayesh is there. For polity, I am there. So sit with all the teachers and understand what mistakes you are doing, how we can maximize your marks, how we can channelize your approach and the orientation. So this general studies program is being designed in this way, and many students ask this question, and I don't like the statement at all. Are we have to do it? How to do it? Do I need to read these books? Now this is not the time for these questions. Be smart enough. Little time, very tough competition. You have to be very, very smart, very, very dedicated, very disciplined at this point of time. Fine. So leave any sort of amateurism and all. Be very professional, be very rational. This is the time. These 3 months, if you will utilize it, you need not to enter again in the cycle, because that's a very torturous thing. So we are here with you with the objective that you clear the mains exam in this attempt itself. And now I would ask my colleague Vivek Singh sir. He will be explaining the detail of the test series, the topics, etc. further. Thank you.
Good evening, students. As ma'am has already discussed the strategy regarding our general studies mains test series, I will be telling you regarding our mains test series schedule. This mains test series is basically starting from 23rd June and it will be over by 1st September. So what we are doing in our general studies mains test series, we will be having 8 sectional tests, which is starting from 23rd of June. We will be having the first sectional test for GS paper 1. So for every paper, we are having 2 sectional tests. So there will be 8 sectional tests, and then we will be having 4 comprehensive tests. The first and second comprehensive test will be on 21st August and the third and the fourth will be on 1st September. Now you may be seeing here practice questions. Now what we are trying to do, in addition to our GS mains test series, before every sectional test you will be coming to the classroom and you will be writing 10 practice questions. You will be writing these questions will also be discussed in the class, and you will have one-to-one mentorships, we will have teachers. So these questions you can show it to the teachers, we will evaluate, we will tell you that how to write answers, what you can further do to improve the marks. These copies will be checked and discussed and you will be allotted marks also. This you should have to evaluate on yourself, but you can meet the teachers, you can meet the mentors who will be telling you how to improve the marks. So before every sectional test we have 10 practice questions. Like for sectional test 2 we will be having 10 practice questions. For every sectional test we will be having practice questions. Now the unique feature of this GS mains test series is, for all the tests the teachers are preparing the questions. So there will be experts, teachers who will be preparing the tests for history, economy, polity, geography, ethics. So teachers are preparing the tests, teachers will be discussing all the tests, plus teachers will be available here also. You can discuss with the teachers every test on one-to-one basis, plus we will be having 2 additional mentors who will be every time giving you feedback that how to write answers, what you can improve, how to structure, what content should be written or what not to be written. So this is our test series, which will be having 8 sectional tests, 4 comprehensive tests, and we will be having practice tests also. So in total we will be having around 8 sectional tests, 4 comprehensive tests, becomes 12, 12 into 2, 24, 12 into 2, 240. So we will be having 240 questions this, and if you include practice questions, it is going to be around 320 mains questions. So on 320 mains questions you are going to write here, you will be evaluated, you will be given feedback, and you can have one-to-one discussion with our teachers. Now teachers are also preparing notes on the current based topics like paper 2, paper 3. So you will be also be providing the totally updated currents note on paper 2 and paper 3 along with this test series. So this is going to cover you almost everything in our current affairs topics also. So you will be having a lot of practice, you will be having a lot of notes, plus the teachers will be available here all the time giving you one-to-one feedback also. The fees of our test series is 12,000. So I would like that you must join this test series because this is unique in our market. Everything in this test series is being driven by our teachers. First test is starting from 23rd June and admissions are open. Thanks. And once more, we have, for these tests, we have, this is the syllabus. So for every test, we have given the syllabus also for every sectional test and comprehensive test. We have also provided the syllabus so that you can study that syllabus before all those sectional tests. So this is our syllabus for the mains test series for every test. So first it is starting on June 23rd. Every Sunday we will be having tests, and this is the syllabus. All this information is now going to be uploaded on our website also. You can see the schedule and accordingly join this. Thanks a lot.